Ripple. Oh, let me say hello to my people in the chat. Ooh. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me and Rascal. Choreo lover, my mod. Thank you for being here. Okay, I see a view is a view. I know she took that poll. Uh, Look at this damn poll. Let me think for a minute. Thumbs up and shared first. Thank you, a view is a view. Okay, I'm hate watching, but at least I voted. I love early hate voting. Get it out of your system and continue with the rest of your day. Uh, Grand Rising, BJ, it's good to see you. Okay. Sandra, Grand Rising. I'm going to be in the clouds. I hit the like on my way in. I appreciate that as well. Okay. That damn cat on the table looking bad, shaking all of that cat hair on the table. Auntie Donna, it is so great to see you. Let's focus on that piece of fish laying on the plate. It has some cat bites in it as well. And Renee, good morning to you. Lovebug74, good morning, Ronnie Q. Rascal. Roscoe. I know a lot of you have been thinking I say Roscoe. It's Rascal, like the little rascals. Thank you for saying. Okay, let me see who else I have in here. Okay, Shy Girl Complex, Grand Rising to you. I just seen that cat at Stomp Down's place. Yes, his cat was thrusting. His cat was thrusting something fierce. It may have been thrusting at this cat shaking her ass. I don't know. Boy, these cats doing the most out here. Fleas and ticks falling off. Mike Lewis, oh Lord, the dog done 86 Ronnie Q. You heard him growling at me the other day just because I called his name, didn't you? Uh, Not the famous rascal. He drives all the Ronnie haters mad. I don't know why. I'm so ugly. I'm so ugly. I'm so ugly. I'm so ugly. It's so ugly. Miss Queenie, grand rising to you. Cruiser, good morning to you as well. Good to see you. Please thumbs up the like. Yes, please thumbs up the like. I would greatly appreciate it. Cha, cha. Uh, I I was I went to Demetra's chat, and she was playing the live trial of that Dolph unaliving, and I didn't know it had started, and I didn't know that they were doing the trial live. So I had I was late, and I red balled it back, so I was watching parts of it. I always red balled it back to see what I missed. So I had missed quite a bit of it. So it was interesting. So if you guys don't know that she's doing that, if you're interested in that type of stuff, and I kind of like her commentary that she would give on their breaks. One of the attorneys, I wish his mic was up a little. I think it was the prosecutor. You could barely hear what he was saying, But the defense attorney, you could hear him well, and he wasn't talking about a dang on thing. Like, do you see all this video that we are looking at all over Memphis? Like, what are you saying, sir? Why do I hear you talking so loud? Okay, Liz Libos, thank you for being here. And once again, happy birthday to the Libra who is Mike. Okay. That was a sad situation. My family is from Memphis and they love Dolph. I had never heard of him. I had never heard of him. But seeing these videos and how it played out, and you know understanding the dynamics of what was going on, it is extremely sad. It's very interesting. Yeah. So me being a person who had never heard of him, I like the way they broke down I like the way they broke down the music scene in Memphis, and that some C something something, C, three initials, C something something. One of the C stood for Coca-Cola. Something music group wanted to sign him and offered him millions, and he said, no, I'm gonna make it my own way. So of course there were the diss tracks that went back and forth. See, I knew none of this. And to come to find out that one of the Pow Powers was told that he would get $40,000. Uh, I think he he was told he would get $40,000, and they gave him $500, and then later on they gave him $300. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. CMT, thank you, Shy Girl Complex. I couldn't remember the name of it. Her overseas man, Baron. Oh God, now you the overseas man. I read this book for school. Wait a minute, did I miss something? Good morning, Abdul Jones. Welcome. I've never seen you here, so I would like to welcome you and grand rising to you. Okay, let me see what else you guys are saying. I don't know who Dolph is, and I will research that case. Uh, I will give Demetra a click in the view. Okay, so what I found out yesterday, that was the second day of the case. So um, it's not too late for you to go to court TV to catch up on the first and second day. So at that, you can do it at your pace, skip the commercials and all of that. And then she set it on YouTube Prime so the commercials wouldn't interrupt, but she didn't have it on YouTube Prime in the beginning. So I like the way she's going through it and giving her commentary on top of it. Okay. Baron, welcome. Grand rising to you. All that other stuff, I read it in a book. 40K, girl. They allegedly told him that they would be paying him 40K. What a bum. $40,000 to Pow Pow, a millionaire. Exactly. And they wound up giving him $500, and then later on gave him another $300. And where is he sitting up in court? And the other, if see, I don't want to get over my skis, but I did see another person in court. See, that was the second day. So I went back to the first day and I saw another person in court, in jail clothes, in shackles, who I do believe has turned or told or said that this person that we were watching yesterday was in fact one of the Pow Powers. So there's that. I think so. You did all of that for $800. All of that for $800. Grand Rising TC, Grand Rising Nurse Shay. No, you know, 40,000 stacks to pow pow someone, unalive someone. It's shaking my head ridiculous. I don't know what Baron was talking about. Baron be talking in code to so bomb. So, sometimes you hit on what Baron's talking about, and you just got to know that he ain't talking to you. I don't know what book he's talking about. It's already a book out about that Baron. He could, they've come out with these books quite quickly. I don't know. Uh, Oh, the thumbnail, a book about my thumbnail. I was going to quiz you guys if you guys knew about my thumbnail. Okay. So, thank you. We're going to talk about that, Baron. Grand Rising, Southern Nobleman. Thank you for being here. So, I'm so proud of Demetra. She's shining bright. Go, girl. Yes, that was good commentary. Aim at myself. Uh, thank you for being here. If I'm correct. I'm pretty sure you're correct. I was going to ask you guys if you guys knew about this. Yes, it's the same. Yes, yes, Baron. Lady Tia T-shirts and design, Grand Rising to you as well. Okay, let me catch it. Queen Diva, Grand Rising. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. That thumbnail story is heartbreaking. Yes, and um, I was over at Really Be TV yesterday, and she had a good show. If one of my mods could drop Really Be TV's link in the chat, I would appreciate it because Really Be TV, she had a show, and she was just talking about a whole lot of things that have been going on. She does celebrity news and things like that mostly. So she was having a conversation. She talked about how T.I. and Tiny had won millions from this toy company that stole the looks of their toy doll, which is a good thing. Which is always a good thing because people I have always told the story about how the dude who made the Super Soaker toy sued, I think it was Mattel, whatever toy company it was, for millions of dollars because he patented the system that shoots the water out so fast and so strongly. And they act like they tried to pretend like they bought the patent from him, which they did not. They bought his prototype, and then they went back and made many guns using his patented piece that makes the gun work in the manner that it works. He was an engineer, a black engineer. And so they thought that they could just pay him a little money, and he won millions from them. So, you know, um, the same plays are still being made. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. Uh, they were looking for anyone affiliated with him, but they happened to see him at the cookie shop. Well, what they said in the court in court opening statements yesterday was that they had been following him, and they followed him to the cookie shop, and that's what they presented in court. Yes, it was definitely more than 20 years ago. Detroit 313, thank you for being here. Okay. Thank you for dropping, Carmex. Thank you for dropping um, Really Be TV's link in the chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you as well, Choreo Lover. Aisha, pronounced Aisha. Good morning to you as well. And I forgot that. Thank you, aim at myself. That's okay. It's in here. Thank you for dropping Demetrius' link as well. Yes, I'll drop her link because she's following the trial. So if you want to go over there, if you want to try to catch up and go over there and catch up with what you haven't seen yet, it's very interesting. Vito, good morning, Vito. Welcome to you, Grand Rising, my sister, Grand Rising. Okay, now okay, so I was over on Really Bees TV's channel, and she didn't want to talk about. Somebody suggested that she give comments on the Janet Jackson thing, and she didn't want to talk about the Janet Jackson thing. And then I believe it was Baps who came in and delivered some heavy information. Okay, so we're gonna put that on the shelf, and we're gonna talk about the beef sector bullshit right quick. And okay, so speaking of Demetra, I saw that she came back later last night, and she was talking about no, thank you, I'm not gonna be gaslit. Then I see YouTube cameras come back last night, and oh no, you're not gonna gaslit. You're not gonna get me and Ronnie to fight, because if me and Ronnie fight, we're gonna fight because we have issues amongst ourselves. And then I see uh, the Miss Snuffleupagus bring her funk ass up on the thing, talking about, well, this is what the demon trying to get you to do, and she trying to pit all three of us against each other, and I know you and I ain't falling for it, but I don't know if Ronnie Q's falling for it. Bitch, fall on your motherfucking ass somewhere. Keep me out of your mouth, bitch. I am not your motherfucking content, you stinking ass bitch. Okay, so I don't know exactly how many times or ways that I'm going to have to say this. See, because quite frankly, if YouTube cameras is getting it, YouTube cameras is getting it. So if I support YouTube cameras, that's who I support. I have always been supporting YouTube cameras when YouTube cameras wasn't getting it. So now that since she is getting it, I'm supposed to not support her when I use her content and also tell you where I get this content that I enjoy. So do you think that I'm gonna, oh well, she has too many people over there, and she's not doing anything to me, she's doing her freaking show. Okay, so let's be real clear. I don't have nothing against YouTube cameras. If she, wherever she got her people from, she didn't go pick her people up. No, those people went to her. That's how she got her people. They went to her. See, that's how it works. People go where they want to go on YouTube. So I'm going to have a problem that I've never had with YouTube cameras when I support her, and I still support her. That's period, point blank. I don't care how nobody sees it. I don't care how nobody sees it. Me and YouTube cameras don't have a problem. When YouTube camera started on the upswing, all you silly motherfuckers are Ronnie Q, Ronnie Q, Ronnie Q. But none of you motherfuckers want to acknowledge that YouTube cameras and Ronnie Q have always cross supported each other. So let's be clear on one other thing. Okay. Also, this commentary on if I do or do not support Charlie. Okay. You had a friend tell you something about me not supporting Charlie, and you know that I'm all on this Black Power shit. Okay, you're exactly right. I am on it, and it's not Black Power shit. I have been raised to be that way. I've been raised to be on that Black Power shit. Oh, just like these some of these white people have been raised to be on that white power shit. So I don't see where any of this comes into effect with Charlie. See, I met Charlie over on the Hood Tables channel. That's where I met Charlie at. Let's be real clear where I met Charlie at. I have been cordial to Charlie. Car- Charlie has been cordial to me. Charlie said that she has come in my chat sometimes and she watches from the clouds. So I'm doing my show. And maybe this was your friend. Maybe this was your friend who decided to come to my channel and announce somebody's live in the middle of my show. So where they do that at? Was that your friend? So maybe that's why your friend got the reception that she got. Ronnie Q, Charlie has a new show. Will you be supporting her show? Well, what is it to you? And I don't even know who the fuck you are. So why are you coming in my motherfucking live announcing another person's live? Who the fuck are you anyway? And what are you questioning me about? And why do you need to know who I will be supporting? See, that's the main question. So maybe you ought to talk to this friend who told you that I'm not what was it? I'm not supporting Charlie, and I said, tell this friend to show you that receipt of all the shit that you said this friend told you what I'm not doing for in support of Charlie. So this is the beef sector. Tell that friend who told you all of that shit that you said that was attributed to Ronnie to tell that friend to show you that receipt, because surely since they delivered that bullshit to you, surely they have a receipt of it happening. What I said is I've seen Charlie in my chat one or two times, so maybe I'll go over there one or two times and support her. So what is it about you who can say that you almost dropped down out of the clouds in ODS's chat, and you were on the fence with ODS, but he finally entertained you to the point where you almost dropped down out of the clouds? So you think you're the only person who watch people from the clouds? Are we to believe that that's how it works? So we are to believe that VS is the only person who can watch people from the clouds and not say anything in the chat. Is that how it works? Tell your all that shit that you attributed to me saying about Charlie. I'm gonna need a receipt. Charlie, I did not know you shared me out. I know that you said in the chat that you're going to continue to share me out. I appreciate the support, Charlie. See, all that other shit was some bullshit. Some bullshit. Don't attribute some bullshit to me by some troll that comes in my chat on some bullshit announcing motherfucking lives in my chat. This is my motherfucking show. I choose what I'm gonna announce on my motherfucking show. Okay. Okay, where are we? Hello, kind to me. Okay, wait a minute. If you see Gummy Bama in here, please take that trash out. Please take that trash out. Good morning, Dominique Devereaux. Hello, detached myself. That stupid bitch over there. She wouldn't be nowhere without Pizarro. She Gummy Bama. She wouldn't be nowhere without Pizarro. So am I all this what was it? Some lame name something Q wouldn't be nowhere without Pizarro. Who the fuck is Pizarro to my channel? Who the fuck is Pizarro to my channel? Phony Q. Phony Q. This bitch is over there in the midst of all of this talking about Ronnie Q on VS's channel. She wouldn't be nowhere without Pizarro. She got all of Pizarro's people, and all of her people come from Pizarro. If you don't get your blocking people in my chat ass out of here and fucked around and found out and got your mod stick taken silly ass up out of, I know this bitch ain't in my chat. Block, okay, I need to hear from a mod. Did you see the bitch? And if you saw the bitch in my chat, did you block that stupid bitch? I see Renee saying hello to them. Mods, did you take care of that? That's what I want to know. Hey, soul sister number one. That's bullshit. Can I get a... I didn't come from the spaceship. Good morning, Buddha Bell. Grand Rising. Okay. Mods, can I hear from the mods? I am looking. Charlie knows not to do that. It's just that rude. That is when you just cloud watch. Okay. So Charlie, I didn't say Charlie is the one who did that. I said that someone who I'm not familiar with came in with that. Okay. Good morning, Ronnie Q. I don't watch Charlie. I don't like her. I stopped watching the other channel because of her. Who I watch or support is my business, as is yours. Cola James, Grand Rising to you. That's a no-no. You never do that in someone's live. That's a no-no. Oh, someone else did that. Yes, someone else did that. I'm waiting to hear from my mods. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Choreo Lover. Okay, so let's move on. And the bitch still over here. Bitch, why you still over here? Why you still over here at phony Q, bitch? What the fuck you over here for? Mental patient, a whole mental patient. Couldn't do the simple thing that I said, just blocking people because she just wanted to block people. And I politely asked her, are you blocking people? Yeah, I'm blocking people. Can you please not block people for personal reason? And then what she do the next day? The very same thing. What you thought I was supposed to have a consultation with you after I asked you not to just block people for your personal reason, and you were upset when you had gone through a whole lot and not discovered your silly ass had been unwrenched. So I was supposed to sit down and have a consultation with you like you're a kindergarten student that don't understand right from wrong. You're a grown ass stupid bitch. You got what your hand called for. Now you running around the YouTube street with my name on your motherfucking fingertips, bitch. You stupid bitch. Good morning, Truth and Reason. Grand Rising. Maybe not so grand. Okay. Coco, it is good to see you. So let's see. So VS. Z Sarah, thank you for being here, Grand Rising. So that's my answer to anything. And as far as me not being true to myself, whatever content I decide to do on whatever day is me being true to myself. See, because I do my content. And if it does include or does not include what you think that people have gotten to know me to do, that's not on me. See, these are your conceptions of why people have gravitated to Ronnie Q. So whatever your conceptions are, and you think I'm not trying to live up to your conception of why people come to my channel. See, if your conceptions get dashed, that's not on me. I do my content. I do the stories that are important to me. And it's just quite curious how you said that I did no politics yesterday. So obviously you don't know who, what is his name? Mark Robinson is? I could have sworn but maybe since I didn't give him his government title, that you didn't even understand that that was an elected official who was running for the governor of North Carolina. So let's be clear. I'm up to snuff on what I choose to use as content in my commentary. And if you didn't hear it, if you was bouncing around, if you didn't see it, I'm not trying to live up to anybody's expectation of what Ronnie Hugh is allegedly supposed to present. I present what I choose to present. And I choose to present the commentary that interests me. And obviously, it interests the people who come here to see Ronnie Hugh. That's it, and that's all. Okay, so let's talk about what else did I have to talk about. So, okay, we get in action now on this Lemon and Ness situation. I told you guys yesterday that Ness did a live, and I did not know that she went live last night. You know, I unsubscribe. No, I'm not okay. I don't get notifications from Ness, so I'll put it that way. And so she had did a live, and she said that you know how she's really kind of over limit, and he have all these bozos on the panel that don't protect her and all of this type of stuff, and she feels attacked when she goes over there. And I was like, okay, here she go. She's asking for protection and all of this extra stuff. So I said it's coming soon. And so and she said, actually, I think he really wants people to attack me. So the whole thing, goes on, and I got bored and I checked out, and I was like, okay, so she's the victim now, and obviously she doesn't like that she instead of going over there and attacking everybody else, now she's the target of attack, and she's feeling insecure because she talked all that crazy stuff about being a celebrity and about all of this fabulous stuff that they were going to do in Vegas. And excuse me. And now people, excuse me, let me drink something. And now people actually have something to go on about this Vegas stuff, and she's feeling insecure about that. And she was ready to move on. So Lemon comes out and says that she had did a live last night. I didn't see that live, so hold on. Lemon comes out and says she did a live last night, and that she basically it's like really coming at him, and she doesn't want anything to do with him. And I thought you were a friend, and fine, if you don't want anything to do with me, I'll meet you halfway. And he said that she sat up there. She sat up there and let Dimples dox him. He said that she let Dimples call out his government name. I don't know if it was the first and last name. He said that she sat up there and let Dimples dox him by calling out his government name. Um, what else? And Dimples actually said that she paid more money to get more personal information. He said that she allowed Dimples to sit on her panel and read Jay Dunn's court case. And from what I gather, that she was giving out docket numbers. I didn't hear them specifically say that she gave out Benz is not so Benz, Benzone's government name, but he said knowing that Benz's government name was in there, you just let her sit up there and read Jaden's court case and this, that, and the other. So, and you sat up there and let her say that ODS slept with up to 6 people off of YouTube and was about to get with captivating Christian. And I was like, that's a lot. He said you let her do all of that under the guise of she had a little too much to drink before you shut her down, and then you took the live and you put it on your highest tier membership. So I didn't know any of that. Uh, According to Lemon, that was what Ness allowed Rick James to do on her panel. So he said, if you're not cool with me, I can meet you halfway, and I'm not going to change who I am. But, but, I had some time before I came live, and I saw that Lemon was still live, but there was a different attitude. It was a different attitude. And I heard Chat Rat's dinner dinner guest saying, "Well, Lemon, there were some things that you could have done differently." And then, whoa, I'm not going to talk about that because first of all, my brother's birthday is next week, and and then okay, so he cut her off to say, she says that I'm going to do some things on this because I some people like to say take sides, and like to look at the whole picture and see what it is about the whole picture. Okay, so and you did do some things that were wrong, and so I'm not gonna no my now the tears come. So I don't know if how far that went. I know I saw Auntie Donna up there. I saw Paulette Waters up there, and none of my friends came to me and asked me if I'm okay. But and then Paulette Waters said I did do a show. I did a show about the reason why you may be acting the way you're acting is because you're grieving. No, I don't mean you. I mean the people who I went to Vegas with, your friends, the people what you went to Vegas with, you crying about. Talking about were your friends. You wasn't even speaking to Shaquem before you went to Vegas. You said you didn't even want to see Shaquem before you went to Vegas. So I noticed when Sassy touched on that you may have done something wrong, Chaba. Okay, so you guys can go over there and finish the rest of that. Hey, Jaja. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Jaja. Damn, you can't talk about whatever you damn well please on your own show. Yes, I can. Okay, actually, that was my ex saying. Okay, okay, Choreo lover. I sure did. Tree Dog wanted to pop off at me, and I have a direct email to a YouTube reviewer. Okay, a view. Wow. I actually slept last night. Well, I don't know if he's going to uh, put that on. I remember I was I was told that he actually had you know uh, a moment when he detailed how he was feeling about his brother, and that live maybe went to private. I don't know if it went to membership, but that live was not around the next day. So I'm just telling you what I saw. I can't watch Ness. Okay. I need my beauty sleep. Choreo lover, I'm a little long in the tooth, but you still be out there on that road. How you? I think you do six is it 6 mile marathons, girl? Quit talking about long in the tooth. I have a question. Lemon and JC really a thing? Well, JC is a thing, but I don't know if they are a thing together. A thing. She's a thing. Okay, Jill's comfort zone. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate your support. The trip that was a major fail. Okay, so what big tooth you have, Grandmama? Okay, I'm holding on. Just trust and believe, soul sister. She used her tooth as a cane as she's running those marathon. Do not believe Liz. She's running marathons and everything. Miss T Velocity, grand rising to you. Uh, how do people know how many folks someone else bodied? I don't know. Yatanya, grand rising to you. Thank you for being here. Not Rick James. Yes. So, oh, how do they know? Okay. So he said that Rick James was trying to say that ODS told him that personally. So, and there was something else about doxing King, ODS in doxing King Roman News. But see, I've heard, I think ODS talked about that being alleged about himself. So, Rick James trying to say it on Ness's channel yesterday would not have been the first time that that had been put out. So I think that it was just added on for dramatic purposes. So yeah, so that's what I heard Lemon talking about yesterday on his live and last night on his live. So that's a lot. It's absolutely a lot. So that's how is how they allegedly knew. Good morning, verbal assassin. It is good to see you. It would be good to see you on a live too. Is she really believing what comes out of her mouth? Morning, verbal assassin. Okay. Lord, the nickname dinner guest. Okay. So let me catch up. Okay, let me catch up. Okay, so Z Sarah says Shakim said it was a lie, and he would be talking about what is a lie though. I'm not sure what it is that is a lie. Was that at Lemons? Yes, that was at Lemons. Uh, that was at Lemons when he, was Yeah, you know, uh, at first he was mad and and then this as soon as the dinner guest said that he had actually done something wrong, here come my brother's birthday's next week and the tears and this that and the other, and I'm just telling you what I saw. You can go watch it, and you can you know this was right before I came on, so it won't be anywhere near the beginning, middle uh, of the live. So so that's all I can tell you. Hey, I did speak to you already, soul sister. Hey, TH, how are you? My God, today Lemon's chat went in on her. Who is her? Aim at myself. Who is her? I heard the crab. I heard the crab lady drag the hell out of the blonde roadkill wig wearing lady. It was a great drag. Oh, I didn't hear about that. The girl, that was a mess over there, crying drunk, cutting people off, belligerent and yeah, oh, I forgot the drunkenness of it all. So all of these all of these psycho emotions going on all over the place, and oh, I ain't nothing worse than a crying drunk. Ain't nothing worse than a crying drunk. A view, that's too many code words. I don't know who you were talking about. Truth, was it real or for an Academy Award? No, I would not even say what is that award? They have it every year right before the Academy Awards, the Rotten Tomato Awards. Yes, that. D uh D Lynette, good morning to you as well. Thank you for being here. Good morning, Sandy. Okay, it's a lot going on, everybody. Welcome to I never seen you here. Welcome. Why is Olivia, the no neck oracle, wannabe queen goddess, god empress, bothering you? She's not bothering me at all. She's bothering herself. She's bothering her sinuses. I came live a few days ago. Yeah, I think that was more than a few days ago because I caught a replay where you were saying, I don't know why I haven't been on here. I've been busy. I think that was more than a few days ago. But I'm gonna have to check. Uh, I'm gonna have to check again and see if you did go live and I missed one. I don't recall. I recall seeing a live. Seemed like a week or so ago. Deanna, I didn't get a notification. I gotta go look. See, that's what I'm saying. Choreo Lover, she probably talking about 2 weeks ago. Child. I know that's who she's talking about, the roadkill wig. But I want to know who aim at myself. I want to know no, who said that? Z Sarah said that Lemon is lying and he's gonna talk about it. Uh Lying about what? I mean, at this point, which one of them isn't lying? Generally, uh, I generally don't like drunk people, but I love Queen Tulsa drunk. She's comedy gold. I heard about that. I don't know. I don't know if I've seen her drunk. Z Sarah, you may be the only person that thinks that. Tell her ass Ronnie Q side eyeing verbal assassin. It's impossible to avoid him, unfortunately. I swear, I swear she had me crying in laughter on the drunk live I accidentally caught. I don't think I've ever seen Queen Tussle drunk. Okay, so let me see. Is there anything else? Okay, so Really Be TV. So I was over at Really Be TV. She talked about. She did not want to talk about Janet Jackson. So they had the Janet Jackson talk. They talked about other celebrity news. She Really Be TV. Is reading that Kim Porter memoir. She said she's going to finish the pamphlet. I think she finished it last night. She was talking about that. Now, I had talked about that, and I was telling you this dude who was reading it because I did not know Really Be TV was reading it, and then somebody in the chat told me that day that she was reading it as well. And had I known, I would have referenced you over there to her right away. So I apologize for that. But Really Be TV, you had to be a member to hear her finish reading the pamphlet. So now there's some things that have come out about this guy. Uh, the children of the children of Kim Porter are slamming the new book, and they said that they do not believe that there was any foul play in their mother's demise. So that is the latest thing that I've heard that come out about the book. Queen Tulsa tries to, I think you mean be hard like Shakim. I side eye folks that try to be hard. Okay. Choreo lover. Now that I believe. Okay. Queen Tulsa is hilarious. I enjoy her. I don't catch her, but every now and then. Okay. She was a hot mess, and I honestly stayed in there for a few minutes. I'm putting together the clips. It was beyond hilarious. Well, girl, you got to get them clips together. Okay. So let me make sure I got all of the BS out of the way. Let me see. Yeah, that's all I saw. On the YouTube streets, YouTube cameras went off on BS, and she uh, she was quite pissed, and then here come Miss Snuffleupagus up there. Well, I know what she trying to do. What she trying to do is, and I don't know. I know you and me, we ain't going for it. Girl, shut the fuck up. You have no motherfucking bearing in any of this motherfucking conversation. You sorry ass bitch. Okay, so good morning, Amani. Grand Rising. Wishing all of you well. Activating the like. I appreciate that. Okay. I saw Demetrius said, no thanks for your promo. Okay. So yeah, people are doing their content. Nobody's looking for approval about their content. I'm not Snuffleupagus. Yes, Snuffleupagus. Okay, so now let's talk about something. So while I was over at Really Be TV, uh, the news came out about Marcellus Williams. Um, I don't know if you guys are up on Marcellus Williams. Uh, I believe it was Babs who wrote in the chat that they had executed Marcellus Williams. Okay, let me see if this. Okay, that's not the one I want you to see. So Marcellus Williams, uh, he had been convicted for allegedly unaliving a news reporter in Missouri, and they were trying to get a stay for him because even the prosecution was trying to get his conviction overturned because they didn't have any faith in the prior prosecution who put the case forward. So let me read to you a little about Missouri executes Marcellus Williams despite prosecutors and the victim's family asking that he be spared. Even the victim's family had no trust in the prosecution. Okay, let me enlarge this a little bit. Uh, Marcellus Williams, whose murder conviction was questioned by a prosecutor, died by lethal injection Tuesday evening in Missouri after the U.S. Supreme Court denied a stay. A 55-year-old was put to death at around 6 p.m. at the state prison in Bone Terry. I think that's how you pronounce it. Bone, Terre. Williams' attorneys had filed a flurry of appeals efforts based on what they described as new evidence, including alleged bias in jury selection and the contamination of the murder weapon prior to trial. The victim's family had asked the inmate be spared death. So even the victim's family didn't believe it. The U.S. Supreme Court action came a day after Missouri Supreme Court and governor refused the governor who believes in right to life. The right to life governor refused to grant a stay of execution. The High Court offered no explanation for its decision, which is common for cases on its emergency docket. There were no noted dissensions in two of the Williams appeals. In a third, wait a minute. There were no noted dissents in two of Williams' appeal. In a third, Justice Sonia Sotomayor, Alina Kagan, and Content, Content, Ketanji Brown Jackson said they would have granted the request to pause the execution. So that's why it's important to vote. You see the three people who said that they would have paused that execution, and all of the other are right wing judges. Okay, let me see what else. He was convicted in 2001 of unaliving Felicia Gale, a former newspaper reporter found in her home in 1998. We hope this gives a finality to the case that languished for decades, re-victimizing Miss Gale family for decades. So the family who did not believe in the prosecution, who wanted him to have a stay. So this is what they had to say after this was completed. So. And they also said no juror or no judge has ever found Williams' innocent claim to be credible. Okay, but that's not what I also read. I heard that actually some jurors, after they found out how the weapon was mishandled and all of this stuff, that some jurors actually was against it. Let me see if it's in this article. Okay. They would do it even though the prosecutor doesn't want him to be executed. The jurors who sentence him to death don't want him to be executed, and the victims themselves don't want him to be executed. Said his lawyer on Jake Tapper's CNN show after the decision were made. We have a system that values finality over fairness, and this is the result that we will get from that. Okay, and it's news to us all. I think that it should be a shame to us all that we have a system that will let a man be executed in spite of all of this. It's really not a system of justice, the attorney said. Okay. In a post on X, the Missouri NAACP said Missouri lynched another innocent black man. Governor Pearson has the responsibility to save this innocent life. He didn't. We will hold Governor Pearson accountable with DNA evidence. When DNA evidence proves innocent, capital punishment is not justice, it's murder. So they had a new DNA evidence that came in that everybody ignored, and they went on through with this. I thought that DNA evidence is the thing that is supposed to exonerate people. I thought that DNA evidence is supposed to actually put the actual right culprit. But why bother? We spent all this money. We need to keep this case on the books, and why hold off? It's just death. Okay, so it's not final. It's just a death sentence. Okay. Recently, prosecutors Recently, the top prosecutor in St. Louis County joined Williams' attorney in asking for the conviction to be overturned after new testimony from the 2001 trial prosecutor and recent DNA testing showed evidence contamination. The case highlighted the issue of potentially putting an innocent person to death, an inherent risk of capital murder punishment. At least 200 people sentenced to death since 1973. At least 200 people who were sentenced, who actually were executed since 1973 were later exonerated, including four in Missouri, according to the Death Penalty Information Center. Okay, so let me see what you guys have to say about that. So I also want you I will also want you guys to who remember this? Who remember this story? It took 10 minutes to convict a 14-year-old George Stanley Jr., and it took 70 years after his execution to exonerate him. Do you guys remember this story? A 14-year-old. He and his sister were at their home. She was his alibi, and all of a sudden, some men came up in March 1944 in the deep Jim Crow South. Police came for a 14-year-old George Stinney, and his parents weren't home. His little sister was hiding in the family's chicken coop behind the house in Alcola, a segregated mill town in South Carolina, while officials handcuffed George to his older brother Johnny and took them away. Okay, two white girls had been found brutally murdered, beaten over the head with a railroad spike, dumped in the water in a waterlogged ditch. Here we go, a waterlogged ditch again, Cruiser. We just talked about ditches yesterday. Okay. He and his little sister were said to be the last one to see them. Authorities later released the older brother and directed their attention towards George. Okay. The police were looking for someone to blame it on, so they used my brother as as a scapegoat, his sister Annie Ruffner said earlier this year. On June 16th, 1944, he was executed, becoming the youngest person in modern times to be put to put the to DEATA on Wednesday. On Wednesday, 70 years later, he was exonerated. Okay, so let's see why he was exonerated. Stinney case has tormented civil rights advocates for years. Okay, what did the judge say? When questioned in a small room without its parents, without an attorney. Okay, so the Gildon versus Wainwright, the landmark civil court case guaranteeing the right to counsel, wouldn't be decided until 1963. So this was 1944. This wouldn't go to court that you must have an attorney present. You must have an attorney present with you when you are being questioned by the cops. That wouldn't come down in the Supreme Court until 1963. So look how long it was that people were allowed to be just hemmed up by the cops, and no attorney or anything, and not knowing their rights. This is a 14-year-old child. What rights did he know he had? What rights did he really have? He didn't even have the right to have an attorney present. Why do I always keep trying to say pregnant? Okay. So police claimed that the boy confessed to the unaliving Betty Jane Bickner, 11, and Mary Thames, 8, admitting that he wanted to have intercourse with Betty, and they rushed him to trial. After a 2-hour trial and a 10-minute jury deliberation, Stinney was convicted of murder on April 24th. And let's see when they he was on April. Let me see. And then on June of the same year, he was executed. Okay. They said that he was so small that his feet dangled from the chair, and that he had to sit on a Bible that they had given him to read, so that his head would actually be in the little cup that they put on your head. How horrible! And now 70 years later, he's exonerated. Most of the people he know are long gone. His sister, who they did not call as a witness in the case, is, I think they said, 88 years old. So I'm gonna, if you guys don't know, I'm pretty sure most of you guys know about this. I'm gonna put the link in here for that story. Let me put the link in here. Here's the link to that story. Okay, and here's the link to the Marcellus Williams story. I'm going to put the link in here for you guys as well. Okay. So, I was in really BTV's chat when Baps came in and announced that. And I had just started hearing about that. The Innocent Project was working on the Marcellus Williams case as well. The Innocent Project have been I can barely stand to hear this. Yeah, and and just me hearing it about this Marcellus Williams yesterday. This is the case that I thought of. Now, this article said 70 years later. This article was written in 2014. So this is when he was exonerated 70 years later in 2014 with triggered. With me hearing about this right to life governor getting all of this information and still not staying the execution, even the jurors, the prosecutors, the deceased woman family wanting them to do a stay, the Supreme Court, nobody. No, we must do this. And this is not finality. We can always come back and make it right. Hmm. We can come back 70 years later and we can make it right. So let me see. Let me remove this comment. I think I read that for you. Hey, Babs. Okay. It took 10 minutes to convict 14-year-old George Stinney Jr., and it took 70 years after his execution to exonerate him. Yeah. So, yeah, Babs, I think that was you who came in Really Beat TV's chat and announced that Marcellus Williams had been put to death. Okay. So, uh, let me see what you guys have to say about that. Maybe not a lot. Yeah, it was you. I thought it was you, Babs. So I wanted to thank you for that information. Yes, we definitely need to know you. Republican Supreme Court is, and not only the Supreme Court, a lot of these higher courts are stacked. I think that 45 appointed more federal judges than I forget. I don't want to misquote it. He put in a whole gaggle of federal judges. So even before to even prevent you're gonna have to fight it to the Supreme Court. But a lot of these judges are right wing Trump fanatics. A lot of them allegedly, and a lot of them are also have never tried cases. All of these type of unqualified people. Even the GOP is saying that they want that Eileen Cannon, the one who threw out the documents that the documents trial that Trump had all these secret documents that he wasn't supposed to have. Even the GOP want her thrown off the case now. They finally want her thrown off the case because they said that what she did in throwing out that case, that they are appealing it, of course. But the only thing she did was ensure that he wouldn't have to face the case before the elections. Let's be real clear. So they want her off the case. They should want her off the bench. See, she didn't have any trial experience either, but she is the person who threw the case out saying that there should not have been a special prosecutor to even bring the charges. See, she is so inexperienced in the law that she just decided, well, I don't agree with this, so I'm just going to make up my own law. There should be no special counsel that can bring charges, even if it's about holding our nation's secrets in your public bathrooms at your golf lodge. So let's be clear about that. Okay, so these are the people who have been appointed. Unfortunately, many of them are lifetime appointments. Stacking the courts, exactly. It's a lot going on. Child, here we go. Here we go. Everything is okay. Bitch, bye. The fuck out of here. Bye. Nobody want to hear that dumb shit. Everything is what it is. She has zero experience, and that is Trump's fault. Appointing these people who have never tried cases. And so you think I'm going to argue back and forth with a dumb bitch who talk, oh, here we go, everything's Trump. Bitch, bye. The fuck out of here. Okay. Okay. So, okay. So, let me see the poll. Let me see the poll, the poll. Hold on one second. Okay. Let's see what we got here. I think I see 58% of you. Uh, did you hit the like button? Yes, of course, 58%. No, I'm just hate watching. 25%. Your views still count. Oops, on my way to now 16%. 180 people completed the poll. I appreciate you guys for participating. Fuck that poll and go on to the real poll. Shut up. Facts. I came into the chat and said good morning in the afternoon. You asked, paraphrasing, if I was in Egypt. I said no, thank you again. Okay. Shit. If I do a afternoon live, I come out here and say good morning. Team hate watching. Okay. Please take time to join Ronnie Q's membership. Gives back to the members and subscribers. So please take the time to join. You will find the membership link in the description box. Thank y'all. Thank you, Choreo Lover. So now here's something else that I wanted to talk about. No, why do I keep? Let me remove this comment. Good morning, Ebony Diamond. It is good to see you. So, do you guys remember? I know you guys. Speaking of Memphis, another Memphis case. Okay, so here we have former officer Desmond Mills is a former Memphis officer who has pleaded guilty to the federal charges in connection with Tyree Nichols beating and unaliving in January of 2023. Mr. Nichols, a 29-year-old FedEx worker, died 3 days after being beaten, leaving behind a young son. Three of Mr. Mills' former colleagues are on trial on charges of violation of his civil rights and conspiring to lie about it. Is that it? Is that all they are on trial for? Another former officer, Emmett Martin III, also pled guilty. So, uh, I wanted to share that with you guys. Had you heard that two of those officers had, in fact, pled guilty? Good morning, Kimberly Black. Uh, my apologies, Ronnie Q. But did you say he had living relatives? They said that the older brother that they initially had taken in. I think you were talking about. I think you were talking about. Wait a minute. The George Stinney case, right? If you're talking about the 14-year-old George Stinney, the brother that they initially took in with him and let go, they said that he is in his 80s, and I think is it 80s or 90s? I know the sister is like 88, so the brother might be in his 90s. Yes, those are the two relatives that he still have around. For what? Over it's alleged it has been rumored, I'll put it this way, that he was dating or flirting with one of those cops, uh either baby mama or girlfriend, who also worked at FedEx. So it has never been fleshed out of the evidence that showed that they took pictures of him leaning up against that car, and one of the pictures was sent. Several of them were sent to officers in the Memphis PD, but one of them was sent to a person who did not have any government position, did not work for the city of Memphis at all. What has always been curious to me, if okay, say for instance, if it was true, I'm not saying it is, but if the allegations are true that this dude worked at FedEx with one of these uh the ex of one of these cops, and he is a hothead, and did he would it be possible for him to have done this and then take the pictures and send it to the chick? Is my point. That's all I'm asking. So they never fleshed that out, who that other picture was sent to. They are long livers for sure. Goodness, they are long livers for sure. So yeah, hey, good morning, Big Set. Peace and multiple blessings to you as well. Ronnie Q, appreciate the replay. So, do you guys think that that is actually possible? Anything's possible. I don't know. I'm just saying. This is what I have been wondering about that picture that was sent out to just a regular citizen. So, let me see. Do I have anything else? Oh, I definitely have something else. I definitely have something else. So, ODS. ODS uh, has been extra busy. ODS was actually said that actually said that in a conversation with Pam on yesterday, he actually said that, oh, uh, who is it you're talking about in a van, Pam? Are you talking about Ronnie Hugh? So ODS automatically just equated Pam saying somebody had a van to me. Playing on the Ronnie Hugh is in a wheelchair situation. See, ODS, I saw you. I had just walked in the room when you said that. Just walked in the room when you said that. So ODS, you forget not too long ago you used to be sitting up on the bus. But okay, so you wanna talk real slick on me. ODS, don't you have a birthday party to get ready for? Isn't Namar what is his name? Numari's birthday party running up close, ODS. So you sat up there and tried to shade me. ODS, don't you have somewhere to be behind T-Mobile for your freak Twitter? I see that you have also, decided to wear clothing that makes yourself easily accessible. You don't have to go through all of the tight jeans, and I understand that it was a struggle for you to stand behind T-Mobile and stand on your tippy toes and do your thing. So I see that you have decided to wear something that gives you easy access. But let's understand, ODS. Let's understand. I got you, ODS. I understand who really has the van. Who has the white van, ODS? You asked for the picture, ODS. And here is your picture, ODS. It took me a good 10 minutes to find this dang on picture. I'm sure that he's laughing at this. He knows it's all in fun. Fainted. Dick said, I thought it was Brian too. No, that is not Brian. That's ODS. So, ODS, there's your picture. Lord, not easy access. No, that wasn't a picture of Brian. So, I knew it was coming, ODS, when you said it. He asked for it. You know, Okay. So, oh Lordy. Okay. So, let me make sure I don't have anything else. I wanted to talk about those. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay. So you guys remember, that okay. Let me see. Let me see this. Let me remove these comments. So I'm sure, let me remove this banner. Okay, so I know everybody remembers this. Okay, 1 second. One second. I know everybody remembers this. Here we go.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets. Eating the pets. The pets. The pets. 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 Lock him up with a sentence of the highest degree. Lock him up and his chain of confederacy. Lock him up and make certain.
Okay, so I'm sure you guys remember me playing this from Palm Reader. I'm sure you guys remember this. Okay, so do I need to complete it? Here's the link to that video. You may want to join. Uh, you may want to join. Subscribe to her page. Okay, let me see. Ronnie Q, did you clean out your computer? No, I didn't. That's why it took me so long to find these dang on uh pictures. Okay. So okay. So that's the link to it, to this video, the lock 'em up video. But guess what? Guess what? Okay. Okay, so we have I want to present to you another story. Okay. Let's see what's happening here.
Are now being filed against former President Donald Trump and his running.
Hold on. I got the volume too quick. Okay, here we go.
Charges are now being filed against former President Donald Trump and his running mate, Senator J.D. Vance, in an Ohio municipal court. Private citizens in the state are allowed to file an affidavit for criminal charges. A nonprofit group called the Haitian Bridge Alliance is seeking the arrest of the top of the Republican ticket over the accusations they made about immigrants in Springfield. Residents and officials there say they have been some issues with the Haitian immigrants, but they're mainly due to cultural differences. But rumors about migrants eating pets is not true. And those filing the charges say Trump and Vance should be held accountable for the issues that those remarks have caused.
We all know that if anybody else had done this, if anybody else had inflicted this kind of chaos on a community and its residents, action would have been taken by now.
Since the remarks made by Trump and Vance, there have been bomb threats made to some schools in Springfield, forcing students to go remote over safety concerns. The filing claims the two are responsible for disrupting public services, making false alarms, and for threats. The organization is asking a judge to issue a probable cause finding and arrest warrants for Trump and Vance, and it's not known when a ruling could come down. Trump campaign is responding to the filing, saying, quote, President Trump is rightfully highlighting the failed immigration system that Kamala Harris has overseen, bringing thousands of illegal immigrants pouring into communities like Springfield and many others across the country. President, and put an end to the chaos that illegal immigration brings to our communities.
Okay. So did you guys know, there is another petition to lock him up. So now there are plenty of people on the other side saying that he has the right to free speech. You don't have the right to free speech when it causes bomb threats, when it causes, you can't yell fire in a movie theater. And obviously, so they're trying to say, well, what about his free speech? What about his free speech? You do not have the right. The right to free speech is not total and entire. Let's be clear. So you have people, trying to muddy the waters and saying, "Oh, he has free speech. He can say that. Who cares if there's bomb threats? Who cares if people are getting thrown out of their houses behind this and all this type of stuff?" So there's that. They are putting Haitian citizens in the line of fire. Hello, Candy Cane. Thank you for being here. Free speech, but they're crying and saying rhetoric, which is why there were assassination attempts. Good morning, Miss LA. Uh, okay, so that's a good point. They said that these I'm sure the one who clipped his ear was I think he was actually MAGA Republican, but he was surely a Republican. But they're trying to blame that on rhetoric, which wouldn't that be free speech? Okay, so you can't be a victim of rhetoric, which is free speech, and then have the rights to have free speech when it harms other people and whole communities, that they're getting bomb threats and they have to take schools offline. So which is it? Good morning, Deputy Voodoo. Okay, I didn't even drop my link. I'm gonna drop my link. If anyone wants to come up and converse with me, you're more than welcome. I told you guys a little bit of what's going on the YouTube streets. Okay, so and oh, one last thing. Still something else. Always something else. So if you don't think, oh, okay, so I have somebody I have somebody in the back. Okay, let me get to the person in the back. Let me put my banner up. Hey, Babs, is you?
Yes, me.
Good morning. What do you want to add?
Good morning. Your thumbnail. When I was scrolling through YouTube last night, right? I sat there. I was just scrolling. Then I saw your thumbnail of that young man who was
George
unfortunately,
Stinney.
yeah, when he was only
Uh-huh.
14 years old. And that picture, is a very famous picture. I had seen it before.
Hmm.
And when I saw it, it literally stopped me in my tracks because I just saw the thing about Marcellus Willis passing away, and that had been in my brain the whole day. And it was so jarring.
Uh-huh. And when
Um,
you brought up that they had completed the act when we were
right.
in Really Be TVs, that's what I thought of. I just thought about that, and I was just like they couldn't have waited to figure this all out. There's no get backs, and they'll come back. Oh well, he's been exonerated. What good is it?
Exactly.
Hold on one
Like, what
second.
was the rush?
Hold on one second. Choreo lovers issue.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Oreo
Go ahead,
lover.
Beth.
Hey, Bat.
Yeah, it was just like, what was the rush? Because okay, you have opposing sides saying that there's evidence that exonerates him. There's sides saying that, oh well, there's evidence that doesn't exonerate him. What is the harm in waiting to end this man's life? What's the harm in commuting his sentence to a life sentence? You know, the man's widower. I mean, the woman who was murdered. Her widower even said that he wanted the man to have a life sentence. So why is there such a rush and such a desire to end somebody's life? It was so senseless.
I agree. And you have a right to life governor who said, "Oh no, not him."
Right, and that who is I think that the I can't remember who they're saying it was that's running for office again, that was really really lobbying for this man to die. And I'm like, your election is more important than somebody's life. What is
I,
wrong
I
with you?
don't I don't know who you're talking about.
The
He
person who was opposed to that St. Louis prosecutor. There's somebody who was
oh,
opposed to him, and I can't remember their name.
is that the same? Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I have to probably would need, because I did more in depth research into that, yet to what happened with Marcellus Williams yesterday. So I don't know all the names and the players and anything like that, but I definitely know there's a player in there who is seeking re-election, and that's why they feel like they went ahead and pushed so hard for him to just be executed.
Did you say St. Louis or just
The
Missouri?
St. Louis is where the prosecutor is, who was saying that he wanted the death sentence overturned, but there's
Okay.
another person who I can't remember
And I'm
in
wondering
Missouri.
if it's that same man who wanted to try that young black girl who had a fight at school
Oh,
as an adult, because there was a lot of controversy around him and the way he uh, prosecuted, treated, and just really weighed the scale of justice based on race.
yeah, it might be.
I'm gonna
It
look it
probably
up.
is the state's attorney general.
Yeah. I cannot remember his name, but I remember in doing that story, they had a lot of issues with that dude and how he handled things and how he over prosecuted minorities. I'll put it that way. Corio, you want to add something?
No, you guys go ahead and finish this conversation because mine is petty. So go ahead.
Okay.
The only other thing that I wanted to say was the whole Donald Trump and the Haitian immigrants and them seeking prosecution against him. I was happy to see that. I was happy to see that they weren't just sitting back and taking, his rhetoric that has led to so many problems and threats of violence against that community in Springfield. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just juxtaposing that with the whole thing with Janet Jackson right now. It's so bizarre. Like, why are we? I still don't get, like I wrote in Really Deeds last night. I don't get why we're at a point where you see the results of what Trump and his rhetoric are doing, but what we're focused on is whether or not Kamala Harris's dad, who's obviously not white, is white. What is wrong with people?
Yeah, whatever color his dad is. Oh, okay. So let's understand that Janet Jackson is right. I mean, rich, and she definitely gains from Donald Trump type of government. Let's
Right.
understand that she has a child by a filthy rich billionaire too. So we don't know how much money she really has coming into her. So she's going to benefit. It's a lot of these people who have money, who just got money, who want to keep their money. A lot of celebrities like Lil Wayne, they showed a clip of 50 Cent saying something positive about him wanting to keep his money. Several black celebrities have made positive if they didn't write out support him, they have said positive things about Trump, as if he has the right idea in some things. It's all about their money. That's the only thing
Exactly.
it's about. You know, that's all I'm saying.
You're right. They're literally voting to protect their pockets, and that's what the rest of the country should be doing. Also, we should be voting our interest.
Exactly. It's more it's it's I was about to say middle class, but the damn middle class is damn near non-existent right now. It's more people without money than there are with money. That's why it's important that people vote their interest. Don't sit up and vote the interest of somebody. Well, Little Wayne said it's good. Well, this one said it's good. You have to understand how these elections actually affect you. You have to understand that these people are putting in judges who you may have to go in front of.
These people are putting in folks who will sit there and ignore exonerating evidence against somebody and put them to death. So yeah,
Exactly.
you don't just sit there because somebody is a celebrity and pay attention to their political thoughts. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, because your fight in life is not their fight in life.
Right.
Okay, Corio, what do you want to add? You want to be petty. Let's be petty.
Yes. Hey, Bab. I just wanted to show you Sophie. It was her birthday. She is the baddest Libra doggy in the world. And
Hey, Sophia. Did you say Sophie or Sophia?
Sophie.
Sophie. She's
Yeah.
so
So pretty.
cute.
And I want everyone to say happy birthday to her. And I also wanted to let you know that when I come up, this is me because I have
Okay.
a cartoon avatar and now I have this one and I don't know how to fix it. So my avatars are cockeyed right now.
Oh, wait a minute. I was trying to do something else. I was trying to put you on the big screen.
Mm.
Look at Sophie. She is so cute.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you. But I just wanted to make sure so when I come up, you know it's me because I don't know how to fix it now. So I have
Oh,
to. Okay.
all right. All
All right.
right. Thank you, Corio.
Thank
Happy birthday, Sophie. Happy birthday, Sophie. Happy birthday, dear Sophie.
you.
Ruff, 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 ruff.
Thank you. Bye bye.
My Corio.
See, see now I gotta be not mad, but not really
I'm
because
sorry. I'm
yeah, I was
sorry. I was trying to get it off of one screen. You mad or
you
not
good
mad about what?
at Choreo Lover because I try to be like kind of gangster, a little rough and tough or whatever, right? But every time I see a cute little dog, it brings out the soft side of me. So now I'm mad at Choreo Lover. That dog was so cute.
Wasn't she beautiful?
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, that's that, that's all that I had to, you just my mind just went right there when I heard that story. So,
Yeah. That's what made it so jarring just thinking about the two stories together because so much has changed, but so much hasn't changed in this country.
mhm. Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah. And I can imagine even if it's 1 month from now, if it's 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 70 years from now, are they going to be going back and exonerating? It's just that if you were here earlier, I said since 1973, they have tracked that over 200 people have been exonerated after their executions.
Yeah, I heard
This
you
is
say
what they've
that.
tracked. Okay, so
And
so
it's interesting because I'm a person who's not necessarily opposed to the death penalty, but when you see situations like this and you hear those statistics, it's like, are you really willing to let innocent people die? When in reality, majority of those people on death row are going to end up spending the rest of their life in prison anyway.
well, okay, so that if you look at the number of people who have come out of jail after 30, 40 years and all these long sentences who have been exonerated, that right there ought to tell you how flawed our justice system
Right.
is. So you may want to rethink what crimes are even eligible for the death penalty if you're for the death penalty, because you know if it's like something that you have to if it's a case that is won based on eyewitness testimony and all that type of stuff. It's been there's been studies that show that eyewitness testimony is the most unreliable testimony in many cases. So
Shoot, you can see that
especially
in the B sector. You can hear
yeah.
a person recount alive, and they'll have a whole different perspective of it than the next
Hmm.
person who's recounting alive. So yeah, perspective is going to color what you see, right?
Yeah, I looked at Fran for over a year. My brother was falsely imprisoned. Exactly. That is my whole. So, so you know, it's just a mess. It's you have to wonder and you look at how many states or counties or whatever disproportionately overcharge certain people
Right.
for certain things, and other people get a probation and all of this type of stuff for the most egregious stuff. So you have to look at it all the way up and down the line. I don't care if it's for having a bag of weed. If you don't treat one group of people like you treat another group of people, how are we then to expect when it's a higher crime that they are being charged with, that you're going to treat them the same? If you just slap one person on the hand and say, get home and I don't want to see you out here again, while you putting the other person on the ground and cuffing them up and all of this type of stuff, and definitely taking them into jail for the same offense. No. So there is no equality in our justice system. I'm just sorry. So
Right.
we
And
have to
with that
be.
in mind,
Go
it's
ahead.
like, can you really support this system putting people to death? So yeah,
Exactly. That's my point. And they how they fed us that three strikes law and all of this type of stuff, and people were just being over prosecuted. Three strikes on one little case and all this type of stuff, striking out on one case. The shit that we are fed to say, oh, it's going to reduce crime. And let's be clear, the that death penalty does not reduce crime. It does not
right.
reduce crime.
It is not a deterrent at all.
Not at all.
It just feeds our need for to punish a person, basically, right? We feel like that's
Exactly.
probably the ultimate penalty, but spending your life in jail is not a easy feat either. Spending your life in prison is nothing easy about that. So it's not like a person is getting off easy by getting life in prison. I watch trials a lot. Like, I like to look at different court cases or whatever, and you'll hear the horrible things that some people do, and you might feel like, okay, well, this person just deserves to die because they did the worst things known to man, right? But at the end of the day, like you're saying, this system is fundamentally flawed, and so I
Mhm.
don't know that I could support it with this
Right.
country being the one that implements it. Yeah, this country, these
Right.
states,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that based upon our lived experiences, we have to look at the system that is called justice a little skewed, because
Yep.
that's what it has been for us. So that's what it is.
Yeah, that's all I came up to talk about. Oh, and you mentioned three strikes law.
Hmm.
I think I was probably about 15, 16 when it came out in Florida, right? And I was all for it because, like you said, they manipulate people. They talk about crime being lowered and stuff like that. But then when you see it actually come into place, it's just a bunch of young. Well, at that point, it was just a bunch of young black men who were being sent to prison essentially for the rest of their life
Yep.
for for crimes that they didn't deserve a life sentence for.
Exactly. A one arrest and taken away for their whole entire life, because they can creak out three offenses in one arrest.
Yep.
And you notice that these Memphis cops, they are on trial for withholding civil rights and trying to cover it up, but they are not on trial for the actual unaliving of this man. they're
And then
not
they
they're not
put
on
them
trial
in
for that.
They said that man was crying because he said, "Oh, well, I took a father away from his son." Well, what did you think was going to happen? What were you even thinking while you were sitting there brutally taking this man's life? You know?
Exactly.
So I don't want to
Exactly.
see the tears.
Nah, not at all. So yeah, that's what that's what I had to talk about today because that was horrible what happened yesterday and unnecessary in my opinion. Totally unnecessary.
Yeah, I like I said, I try to be tough and all that sort of stuff. But when I actually saw that he had been executed, sorry, I don't want to say any words that trigger YouTube or nothing. But when I saw that what happened, my heart literally dropped to my feet. Cause it's like really, y'all had to just end this man's life, and for what? Why not just commute his sentence to a life sentence? But yeah, I don't, huh? What were you
Now
saying?
I'm gonna have to look up this Michael Jackson Bolanis that kind to me is talking about a guy in not guilty of he's a black but the judge sentenced him as if he did that crime. His name is Michael Jackson Bolanik, I think. I'm gonna have to look
Oh,
him up and see what's up with that. Bolanos. Michael Jackson Bolanos. Thank you, kind to me. I'm gonna check that out.
yeah, I had to look that up too because I haven't heard of that person either. It's unfortunate, but yeah, let me go ahead and get off of here because now I'm starting to ramble.
Okay, and yet that's beans and cornbread has a point. Some of these judges and politicians own shares in the private prison industry. They need free labor, so they lock away innocent black men. They know these men won't have the money to fight the charges. You are
Yep,
exactly right. Okay,
the
thank you
prison
for coming.
industrial complex, right?
Exactly.
But yeah,
Thank
bye.
thank you for coming up. Okay, so someone else wants me to drop the link. Okay, there's the link. Okay, the link is pinned. And the reason why some of these prisons are so bad, even these private prisons, is because they are for profit prisons. So they get the cheapest health care provider that they can get, so they can don't have to spend that much money. They get the cheapest. Hold on, the cheapest people who are going to do food, the underpay the what the fuck are they underpay the guards and all this type of stuff to save money to make profits. They only care about profit. That's why so many people. I know the Alabama prison is horrible. You have so many people who are not even getting care. This one lady, she they did not tell her she had cancer, and she found out. Hold on, go. Hold on, Dovey. She found out they released her when her cancer was stage 4, and they had never given her any treatment, and they knew that she had cancer. I think they discovered it as stage 2, so they never gave her anything to treat the pain, the cancer, absolutely nothing. Hold on, Dovey, 1 second. Let me make sure this is Dovey. Dovey.
Hi.
Hey, Dovey, what do you want to say?
I wanted to add to it what the young lady was saying. Yes, Florida did came with that law saying 3 strikes set you out, right? When my brother got into his trouble, the judge had they had sentenced my brother like 25 years to life, right? But what happened? The judge had said that my brother could not get no game time. He had to do every day one by one. So, in other words, back then it was like every one day make 2 days. one by one. Somehow or another, when he had did that, when my brother did the crime, it was basically like in the old law. So the judge had for 8 years, my brother was in there by one day at a time. When that he's supposed to have gave gains out. Somehow or another, the law had went on ahead and changed. It kicked my brother out at 13 years because they had to give him all back that game time and plus pay him. Did affect what that judge had no did. So yeah, what she was saying that when the law had changed in Florida, and that's basically what they was doing to the black kids. So I agree with her. That's how they had did that. Wow, that is bad. So anyway, that's all that I want to say. That I agree with what you guys are talking about and how these judges do things.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, I definitely believe it. Um, so thank you for coming up and sharing that story with us, Dovey, because it is no joke. It's like it's easy to get into trouble, but it's hard to get out of trouble. So hey, little pressure.
I was very, very emotional dealing back with the guy yesterday.
Mhm.
He's like, I don't know, maybe everything basically bothering me. But I really did feel so sad because I was following it as the time was clicking down, coming down, and I just couldn't believe it. Like, my God.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Thank you.
Okay, so a little pressure. I shared your video. If you guys, if one of my mods can drop little pressure's link in the chat, little pressure is over there, spitting out some really good content that I like, share, and you may want to subscribe to little pressure because I really like the way she is putting together her work and about celebrity news. Is not long. It's not just real concise and informative. So if you guys put little precious link in the chat, I greatly appreciate it. And go over there and check out little pressure. Subscribe. I think you'll really enjoy her. Uh, so that's all I have. Okay, I have somebody in the back. Uh-oh, the Grinch is up. You hear him shaking out? Hold on. Hey, soul sister, how you doing? Is that you?
Yes, it is, Ronnie. How you doing?
What's going on?
I had to use different links, networks, social media. It was hard to get on your link, but I'm glad I'm here.
I'm glad you're here as well.
How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
That's good. The only reason why I came up is because I need anyone that is interested to find the information about long ago when the trial was for the 9 children that were murdered in Mississippi. Are you familiar with that case?
Tell me more about it. It doesn't ring a bell right off.
All right. It was these 9 little boys, 9 or 11, that was found hanging on a tree. They pinned it on a black guy, but he was only accused of killing 9. And then they never said anything else about the case. Now everyone know that this black man didn't kill the 9, but no one ever said who killed the 2. Have you heard that case before?
No, I never heard that case.
It should be on YouTube and every other social media. I can't believe I can't remember the name of it. I don't know if it was called Killing in Mississippi or not. But
Okay,
I
hold
was
on.
really go ahead.
Go ahead.
I
Go
was
ahead.
appalled. I was appalled at the jurisdiction system then, and I believe this happened way back in the 70s.
In the
So
70s?
in the 70s,
Well,
and
shoot, that
so
I'm thinking you was talking about something that happened in the 50s or something.
No, but it started in the 70s where it was public news. It went all over, and then the case was just shut underneath the table. No one ever found out who really killed these children. And so I'm never surprised when the jurisdiction does things like this, um, put somebody to death, not put somebody to death, early death. It's amazing what they can do with us.
Yeah, and that's why it's very important to vote because you're voting for people who are putting judges into, and you're also in some areas you are voting for the actual judges to so it's very important to vote, to stay engaged and know what's going on in your community, and also to get people into federal office who are appointing these federal judges who these state cases may be kicked up to for them to rule on. So it is just so crazy to have people who don't know anything about government it you know it, appointing people as judges who've never tried cases and who are you know uh reviewing and also judging certain cases that they have no knowledge about. So it's a lot. So
And it's
uh
really easy to find out what background these judges who are a candidate is and did. They send you out this great big giant newspaper about every single person that's on the ballot, including the questions. And the questions are just as important as voting for a candidate. And so most people don't do that. So if they give you a ballot number of 131 and you look that person up who's running on that candidate, it's very easy to go on Google these days and look up and find out their history. And I'm trying to campaign where these judges, these supreme judges, do not have a lifetime sitting down and putting our future at hand. Because let's face it, most of them are not for us. Most of them have outlived their usefulness. They're not up with the times. They're not up with the people. They don't know what the people want. And yet they are placed in our hands. So whatever they say, it goes. I'm very appalled of a judge for a lifetime. Judge Clarence Thomas should have been eliminated ever since Anita Hill. That should not even have happened. So a lot of people don't know who these
and
people are.
and neither should have what's his name the one what is his name Brett Kavanaugh should never have happened.
Never should have happened. And what they're telling the American people is, you're not like us and we don't care. And I think it's time that we do care. We do take a stand. And another thing, what messed up a lot of voting last time, Trump had put in his head voting person in the office who didn't know anything about voting. Then they started to take a lot of voting booths away from people who had to walk there and made it even further to walk there. And someone said the other day about early voting, and they said that do not early vote. I happen to be a committee person, judge of election, secretary of the ward. One of the things that is very important for everyone to know, when you're doing your mail in voting, all that information goes directly into the police station. The police station takes it to the county where you're going to vote at. and hand it to the judge, which is me. We have to go one by one and certify everybody that voted and put it in the book. There is no such thing as putting your vote in a mail and it's going to get lost. It's not going to count. That's not going to happen. The voting department is one of the most reliable systems in America. Much more banks, savings accounts, car dealers, mortgages.
But yeah, but they
We
want you
take
to
very we take pride. Go
but
ahead.
but 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 they want you to figure they want to make all these new election laws and all this type of stuff because they want you to feel insecure about it, and what they want to change is ways to make it less secure so they can steal off votes. Keep talking.
Well, it's very difficult to steal any um, any candidate that's voting. Number one, everyone has their name in a book. Number two, you must show ID when you're presenting yourself to the election board. Number three, only one at a time is allowed to go into the election booth. Once it's over, cameras are everywhere. Now, where I live at, everything is done by machine. So we don't have to count anything by hand. Everything is automatic. Other counties are not having that system, which I don't know why, but they should. But it's very hard to steal an elective voting because not only do you have cameras, you have so much work to do in a day's time, and you're not even getting paid the amount of money that the work you're doing. And everyone that is working is called volunteer. We're not there because we want to be there. We there because we want our America to stay safe and strong and secure. That's the only reason why we're there.
Well, I disagree.
Absolutely.
I disagree with several things that you're saying because what my point is, they are trying to change laws surrounding the election to make it easier to steal votes. That is fact. That's why
But
the
Ronnie, give
election.
me an
Oh, wait a minute.
example,
Excuse
please.
me. Excuse me. That's why the election the election, the way elections have run all throughout our lives, they have continued and continue to try to change these laws. So let me give you an example. Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go.
Go ahead.
States, guess what? That you are weird. Also, Donald Trump's effort to try to shut down our government, ordering MAGA Mike to put a poison pill into a continuing resolution that seems to have failed. It's like the fourth
It's
time
the
in
next
as many
story.
years Donald Trump has tried to shut down the government by interfering with Congress's ability to pass a budget and raise the debt ceiling before that. We'll break that down. Also, Donald Trump's attempt to interfere with the way Nebraska counts its electoral college votes also seems to fail, as a critical vote or a critical legislator says he will not be supporting a special session to overhaul their electoral system this close to the election. We're learning some.
Okay, so let's see what he wants them to do. He wants them to go into a special session to change the way they give out the electoral college vote. So now, so he wants them to do this close. Is my sound on? He wants,
Hmm.
excuse me, he wants them to do this close to the election, but he says it's too close to the election for him to do another debate with Kamala Harris. They're always trying to skew the election. Okay, I have someone else in the back. Okay, hold on. My goodness. Hold on, Cruiser. Cruiser, is that you?
Yes, good morning. It's me.
Good morning. You want to add something to the commentary?
Yeah, you asked about this yesterday, right? As you was getting ready to get off concerning the hand counting of the votes in Georgia. That's what you're on, right? Because I don't want to be
No,
off topic.
no. This was in North Dakota, where they're trying to even change the way that they give out the uh, the the fucking electoral college votes. They're trying to change
Wouldn't
that.
that go
Donald
against the
Trump.
wouldn't it go against the Constitution or something?
Um,
I
I'm
have to
not
check that.
sure,
I mean, I
but
know that there are states who are trying to do away with the electoral vote because they say there's not a need for it anymore. But I have to, honey, you got me. I'm gonna have to look that one up. You gave me some news this morning.
mhm.
But, but what I came to add to it is that a lot of times with these things that they come out about voting, what they're trying to do is try to get our eye off what is important. So if you can start, if we start getting worried about, they want to mess with the electoral votes, they want to hand count the votes, and all of these things that really, at the end of the day, the only way it could really hurt this election if we get caught up with it, discouraged, and don't go out to vote
Mhm.
because they're
True.
not going to be able to push through this change in how they do the electoral votes at this point. You know what I'm saying? That's going to take a lot for them to get that through, even with on a state level. And then even with Georgia, okay, you got the machine votes, you counting the votes, to make sure they match. That's happened before. They've had we okay, stop.
But
Let's count the votes before
hold
we
on,
go ahead.
hold on. That's my point. Are you still going to have the machine votes? It seems like the votes.
Yes,
It seems like okay. That's what I wanted to
yes,
be
yes.
clear
That's
on.
what I
Are
put. That's
you
what I
going to have
typed in chat
something?
before I came up. The
Okay.
the counting of the votes, and see what like again, it's always it's that watch God not to win mentality that we have to have with voting because they want to get us off things to lose focus. To get
Hmm.
all upset and lose focus, and then you have the folks who too lazy to go out and vote anyway. Say that's why I don't vote. That's why I don't vote, and give them
That's
excuses. And
true.
that's the tactic. That is the strategy. That's what they're deliberately trying to do to us is to get us off and discouraged on some non-factors kind of stuff. You
I
know,
Yes,
heard many people
that's
say
what I
that.
was asked. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I heard many people say that, it's too difficult. It's not, it's too, it's not true. Everything they're going to do is what they want to do anyway, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Except that my testimony is when Obama ran in the midterms when he ran, you couldn't vote for a Republican. You couldn't vote for a Democrat if you was registered as a Republican.
But that's state by
So,
state. That's state
well,
by
let
state.
me let me finish. And
But wait a
so,
minute. I know. No, no, no. Let me finish. That depends upon state. That's a state by state issue. So that may
I
be
was just
true
referring to
in
where
your
I was
state.
working. I'm
Right.
speaking of
Okay.
my experience. And so I've had so many women who did not think that they were going to live to the end of the year, who were so disappointed that they couldn't vote in May. All of a sudden, November came. It was overran with people. I had people come in with wheelchairs, stretchers, you name it. It was everywhere. It was every nationality who wanted to vote for Obama. It was an extremely busy, worthwhile day it was.
you work the election board.
Yes, I'm on the election
That's
board.
beautiful. And that's the thing. Anybody who have any doubts and all of this, how does my vote count? Work the election board. First of all, get paid. They do pay you to do it. That's something that we all should at some point in our life do.
That's true.
And then you will understand how this whole thing runs, how secure it actually is, because you are a part of it running in your state.
And so before we had the big old machines come out, we had to do it by hand. And we were exhausted, but we did it. because everybody who wanted to vote, their vote it needed to be counted. So there was no for the person who's dead there, for the person that's dead there, and et cetera, et cetera. And it was my job to find out who was alive still and make sure that their names were not in the book. That's a very tedious job when you got over, let's say, 200 people and 76 of them are no longer alive, but they're still in the book. And no matter how many times we tell the election board about this one problem, it doesn't solve itself. Another problem is when they're teaching children, the young adults, how to do a voting poll to work in an election, they're teaching these young children who are only doing it because they got a paycheck and it was a summer job, but their heart isn't in it. So a lot of things get messed up, and it's our job to fix it, but we only have a half an hour to do it. Just a half an hour. And at one time, I only had one person to help me on my on my table, and it was a very extremely busy day. Just one person showed up, but I happened to finish early. So I do recommend those voting machines in every single state because it does solve a lot of problems. You cannot put two names in a system and have it compute. It just doesn't happen. You cannot steal a vote. It's it's a hard work and it's worthwhile doing. So
When you say you can't have two names, how do they do it when it's uh uh
we go by
John
birth.
Doe
We go
Jr.
by
and John Doe
we
Senior?
go
Okay,
by we
birthday,
go by birthday. Yeah,
the year
exactly. So
differential.
if John Doe was born in '76 and John Doe Senior was born in '46, then we know which one is which.
Okay.
And
Okay.
as
Okay,
far as
so
the
hold on 1 second. There was instance. I think it is. I talked about it earlier this week. I think it was Nebraska that they put out the early voting, and somebody who is lives there and was trying to vote early. Kamala Harris' name was not even available to vote, and the voting commissioner said, "Oh, well, we're gonna take the early voting down," and it didn't affect that many people anyway. So I guess he was basing that on how many people who he felt were Democrats or Republicans, but he didn't take into account how many Republicans who may wanted to vote for Kamala Harris. So just saying it didn't affect that many people. How do you know it didn't affect that many people? How do you know that people didn't want to cross over and vote for her? So it could have affected a lot of people who wanted to vote. So there are problems everywhere, and there are being people being put in place to help these problems along. Is all I'm saying.
now that guy knew exactly what he was doing.
Of
He
course he
he
did.
knew exactly, and he should have been jailed for that. Just as well as the United States postal guy that Trump put in office. He should be in jail for the things that he did to make it very hard for people to vote who couldn't actually get there. Um,
I think he's not put in office. I think he is appointed by the president. I don't think postmaster general. I think that's an
uh-huh.
appointee position. Nobody puts him in.
He still should have been put in jail because he was one of Trump's guys.
Okay, so
Y'all
let
remember
me.
the year? Y'all remember the year when the absentee votes? There was a lot of military people involved in that. Were not counted at all.
I think that was in the Bush
That was
Gore. I think that
Bush
was.
score.
Uh huh.
Bush score. I got cheated out of my vote, and that's when I said I am going to get involved in the election process.
Yeah, I remember
I was
that.
living in Texas, and my vote that year was not counted.
Okay, so okay, this is why I brought this situation up. I have a
Good
I
conversation, Ronnie. We
okay.
needed this.
I want to tell you exactly what is they're trying to do. Donald Trump campaign made a strong last minute push for a special session in Nebraska to change the rules to make that state winner take all of the electoral college, which would likely take a key vote away from Harris. That effort now appears to have failed. State Senator Mike McDonald wrote in a letter today the following. After deep consideration, it is clear to me that right now, 43 days from election day, is not the moment to make this change. McDonald was considered the key vote needed to pass that bill. So, my point is, they are still trying to pass bills to skew this election. Now, what if that dude would have gone with it? See, that was my whole sole point. I wanted to bring this to people's attention. I've already brought it to. You have to be vigilant about this because they are now. He wanted to do this 43 days before election day, and they have all people have already started voting, but he can't have a debate with Kamala Harris because people have already started voting. But he don't care. He don't care what policies that he want to present to the people. He's trying to affect the outcome of the vote in his favor. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, and it's a good point. Tom Joyner did a whole series. I hate that he's no longer on voting shenanigans and shiggity. He said, if you see any shenanigans and shiggity, make sure that you report it. Your point is very valid. It's absolutely. And Donald Trump is going to, to me, he's really bringing back, I think we got kind of relaxed with the whole process. So after, Tom Joyner brought it to our attention and it was to expose how much stuff goes on during voting to try to discourage us from vote, or cheat us out of our vote, or things that goes on down at the polls. But I think people kind of got relaxed after Obama won. So Donald Trump, with his miserable ass, is actually reminding us to keep our eyes open by pulling this stuff, because I think we kind of got relaxed with it.
And let's be real clear. I think that his ultimate goal is to get this election in front of the Supreme Court, like Bush and Gore vote was basically cited by the Supreme Court that said that there will be no more counting of the vote. Look how many votes that weren't even counted in Florida because they stopped the count. So I said this weeks ago. I said that maybe months ago that I think that he's going to try to get this election decided by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court, which is highly stacked of people who say that his presidential powers should not be questioned and cannot be questioned. So that's all I'm saying.
Well,
I agree. Donald Trump is trying with everything that he within his power to, or within his mind, to sway this election where he's going to win. I mean, he's going to try to pull out every trick that he can, and you got a point that he's going to try to get everything to where let's take it to court. Let's take it to court. It's to try to get the election overthrown and whatever decision of the American people in the voting system. But we just have to, and I'm glad attention is being brought to us about this, so we can keep our eyes open and hopefully the Democrats and everybody who is for the correct voting rights and for not only just for Kamala Harris, because people have the right, whether they agree with us or not, to they have the American right, the United States of America right to vote for whoever they want, and their vote be counted as long as they are a legal voter.
Right, correct. Now, hold on one second. I also want to, let people know
New at 5,
that
Tempe Police,
you may
12 News.
You may want to be prepared for this type of stuff. They're starting early with the threats and trying to even keep you from going
Good
out
5 Tempe
to.
police confirming to
Wait
12
a
News.
minute. Wait a minute. Hold
They're
on.
investigating
Hold
after the
on. Hold on. They're trying to prevent you from going out and even putting fear in you that you're going to be harmed if you go out to vote. So let's look at this. It's starting early. This is in Arizona. This is a battleground state. So let's be clear. Let's hear what
New at
happened
5
there.
Tempe police confirming to 12 News they're investigating after the Democratic campaign office was damaged in two separate incidents. Bullet holes were found yesterday in the door and windows of the office near Southern and Priest. And last week, police say they found the front windows shot at with what looks like a BB gun. Nobody was inside the building during either incident.
So did you guys see these
You
are
what?
fear tactics. This is nothing but fear tactics.
Mm.
Did you guys hear that?
Yes, sweetheart, I did. Cruz, are you still there?
She
I'm
may
still
be
here.
on the phone. Okay. She may be on a
Okay,
phone call.
okay.
And yes, please check your voting status. Make sure that your name is actually on the rolls. They have been purging voter rolls. You may assume that since you have moved, since nothing has changed in your life, that you're gonna go up there and vote. And if you have not made sure that your name is on the voting rolls, you will not be able to vote. So a lot of people went to vote and did not understand that they have been purged from the voting roll. I remember it was a big number of people in Georgia that happened to during the last election. So you have to be proactive in your voting. And people
Also,
saying,
wait a minute. I wanted on that note, if you moved and you did not change your address, such as your driver's license or your registration, and you go to the voting booth that you're used to going to, and they tell you you're not in there or the new one, you make them fill out a provision. A provision lets you vote no matter where you live at, and it still will count. It's going to come into a green envelope, and you have to fill it out along with one of the committees that's there. Do not let them turn you away and send you 10 different places when one place can just write a provision for you. And remember, anyone who votes by mail, all that mail goes to the police department. The police department comes about 3, 4 times a day and hand a whole bag full of mail-in votes to the judge, which would be me, and we have to sort through every last one of them. So do not let anyone think your vote is not going to count this year. Don't take no for an answer.
okay, so that's good information to get a provisional ballot if you go up there and they say no. Now, what I said is you have not moved. You have nothing about you have changed, but you are still purged. Not that you have moved and your address is different from your driver's license. Some people have not done anything, not moved, driver's license the same, and they still have been purged. And I understand how some people don't like it, or they are suspect of provisional ballots and all of this type of stuff. So that's good information to have.
Also, this year is going to be a very, very busy year. You thought Obama was busy. Take your patience with you. Take a chair with you. Do not fight. Do not cause a commotion. Just be calm because your vote will be counted. And don't argue with the other person or the other party. It makes no sense, and it's a waste of energy that you're going to need.
That's
So
that last part you said is so key. Ain't no use in you being out there arguing with folks about who they. First of all, you ain't supposed to be discussing that, but yeah, stay
yep.
focused. Stay
Mhm.
focused, and be nice to the workers. The lady on the panel is a election judge. That's what my mom did for years. I think this is the first year in many years that she's not doing it. Um, and now my baby girl is a big, huge part of the process. Um, so be nice to the workers.
Okay.
even though
So
we can't accept tips. But being nice is good.
okay. So thank you guys for coming up. Any last words?
I just want to
Thank
thank
you
the lady on.
guys.
I know her, but I can't think of her name. And I can't see it.
Soul
I
Sister
call her
number
Soul
one.
Sister. Yes, talked to her many times on many different panels. Thank
Mhm.
you for being a part of the process and being a judge. Hard job, difficult job, hard way to go. It's harder in some states than others. And I appreciate you sharing the information. And hopefully, in the next weeks to come, especially in October, November, you'll come back more and share some more. I'm going to try to convince my mama to come on the Ronnie Q show
Well, I'm
I
talk
would
about
trying
this
to
movie.
appreciate
go
that.
live. I'm trying to go live during the political event because it's very important to me. So wish
Well,
me luck on that.
yeah, hopefully somebody drop your link so I can make sure that I am subscribed to you because I don't know whether I am or not. Thank you, Ronnie Q. I'm going
I
on back
will
in the chat.
get Mama
Mhm.
on and get Mama on over here cruising.
I'm gonna try to get her to come on. Come on. She can talk everywhere else. She can come on and talk on here.
Nah,
All right.
I appreciate that. All right, thank you. Soul Sister number one, I really appreciate the information that you gave because I did not know that you could demand a provisional ballot and go out there with your vote. And I don't think a lot of people knew that.
Yeah, one other thing I wish you do before you leave, go onto one of my short videos, the ones that they're eating the dogs and they're eating the cats. I think
Hmm.
everybody's gonna laugh at that. Can you
Okay,
show that,
so
Buddy Chat?
I need you to type in the chat so I can. Oh, here's your link right here. I got it. Hold on. Let me hit your link. Thank you, Choreo lover. Hold on.
Thank you, Tori Lover.
Shh, 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 shh. Don't eat my pets.
Yes.
Is this your material or is this someone else's material?
This is from TikTok, but
Uh,
it's still allowed to view because it was verified to do so.
okay, let me see this. Hold on. Hold on 1 second.
Go ahead.
Okay, here we go.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, they're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, they're eating the pets of the people that live there.
People of Springfield, please don't eat my cats. Why would you do that? Eat something else. Springfield, please don't eat my dog. Here's a catalog of other things to eat.
They're eating the dogs.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They're eating the cats.
Meow, 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 meow.
They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They're eating the cats.
Meow, 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 meow.
They're eating.
All right, thank you for that. Yeah,
You're
so
welcome, sweetheart.
did you see my the video that I have been showing about eating the dogs and the cats?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
That's what made me
so
think of it.
there has been a lot of memes coming out. Did you hear about this suit that has been filed about them continuing to say that about the Haitian migrants who are actually here legally, and also the threat of about sending them back to Venezuela where they are not from, and so yeah, it's a lot going on.
Now that I
One more.
didn't get a chance to read up on. but I
Oh
will
yeah,
today.
yeah. I will. Is it still up? I do. I say I dropped the link in the chat. You can go back. I did
Okay.
the story. I dropped the link in the chat. The Haitians are actually have an organization that are suing Trump and Vance for those lies that they have been telling about them being illegal immigrants that are in the city, and all the things that it has caused, such as bomb threats, weakening their emergency system because it is being overwhelmed by calls for BS and stuff, and people harassing the Haitians and stuff. So they actually have a suit that they want to bring to Donald Trump and Vance about this. So
You know
keep
who he
your
doesn't
eyes peeled.
pick on, right? He don't pick on anybody black. That is what he don't do. He's afraid of that.
Who?
He can pick on the Asians. He can pick on on the Jamaicans, and he can pick on anybody. But he
Haitians are
won't point
black.
out
Haitians are black.
American black people that's been here as long as he has. He won't
Uh,
target us.
I disagree. That
You
I
said
I disagree. I think his policies target us. I really disagree. Yeah.
I just haven't seen it yet. I guess.
Okay. So Soul Sister, I appreciate you coming up. And thank you. We drop your link in the chat. Subscribe to Soul Sister if you want to see her go live during some of the campaign events. Is that what you said?
Absolutely.
Okay. So stay plugged in, and Soul Sister, I appreciate you for coming up.
You're welcome, Ronnie. And hello to everybody in the chat. Love you guys. Bye bye.
Now, Soul Sister gave some good information. Do not, hey, BA Superstar, do not leave the polls and let them tell you, oh, you're not on the rolls. You got to go here. You got to go there. You got to go everywhere. So stay engaged. If you didn't hit the thumbs up, stay engaged in this election cycle. It's important. Okay, so that's all I have for today. I need to get out of here. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to rush anyone. ODS, here are your pictures. Uh, uh, you can red ball through and see what I had to say, the commentary I had to say about all the pictures I found of you. Yes, I keep your pictures. And after you hear what I said about you, you're going to be sitting in your room like this. You're going to be ready to go take a nap, ODS. All right, guys. That's all I have. Thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate your support. I am going to be doing a members only live maybe Friday or Saturday. I had originally said Saturday. I may do it Friday. So I thank you guys for coming out. Uh, God bless you and adieu.